Have you ever wondered why a humble root vegetable once considered famine food and something people were embarrassed to eat in public is now being hailed by scientists as a natural miracle cure for modern ailments? A forgotten crop that's now featured in global longevity food rankings. It's not some rare mushroom ginseng or a trendy Western import. It's just the sweet potato. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this seeming absurdity is exactly why you should pause and ask, are we completely misunderstanding what our bodies truly need? For years, sweet potatoes have all but disappeared from many family meals. They're not as appealing as a steaming bowl of rice, not as convenient as instant noodles, and definitely not as trendy as keto, low-carb, or detox foods. Sweet potatoes are often labeled as starchy, fattening, bloating, or just too ordinary to be valued. But here's the thing. This ordinary food is quietly sustaining the health of millions of elderly people in Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's longevity hotspots. Their purple sweet potatoes aren't just a staple. They're a symbol of long life resilience and disease-free health. So how can something so familiar and unremarkable become a superfood? Sarah was astonished when she read studies from the International Nutrition Center, particularly research from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and the Okinawa Centenarian Study. These classify sweet potatoes as a functional food due to their anti-inflammatory properties, blood sugar stabilization, gut microbiome nourishment, and even their role in reducing visceral fat and preventing cancer. What's more remarkable is that these benefits don't come from a pill or expensive supplements, but from a simple root you can buy at any local market for pennies. However, there's a catch: sweet potatoes only unleash their healing potential if eaten correctly. If consumed at the wrong time, or in the wrong way, even this superfood can backfire, like a precious medicine misused, rendering it ineffective or even disruptive to the body. So, how do you eat sweet potatoes as a natural remedy? Why can such a humble food address 12 of the most common modern health issues, from blood sugar and digestion to sleep weight and even mood? If sweet potatoes were just a filler food, they wouldn't have endured for thousands of years or become a nutritional cornerstone in longevity regions. Their value lies not in simplicity, but in the brilliance nature has packed into their soft, sweet flesh. Did you know that sweet potatoes, especially purple ones, are among the richest sources of antioxidants in nature? Anthocyanins, the pigments giving them their vibrant color, act like warriors against inflammation, soothing damage in blood vessels, connective tissues, gut, skin, and even nerve cells. It's no coincidence that autoimmune diseases, chronic inflammation, joint pain, and skin conditions often improve significantly in those who regularly eat sweet potatoes. Moreover, sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index (GI), meaning they release sugar, slowly preventing insulin spikes, unlike refined sugars or white starches. This makes them a trusted ally for those at risk of type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, or anyone aiming for stable weight management. But that's just the surface. Dig deeper and you'll find sweet potatoes contain a special type of starch called resistant starch. This starch isn't broken down in the small intestine, but travels to the large intestine, where it becomes food for beneficial gut bacteria. This nourishes the gut microbiome, improves bowel movements, alleviates constipation, and strengthens the immune system. Remember the principle: a healthy gut means a healthy brain. When beneficial bacteria thrive, they reduce systemic inflammation, lower stress hormones, and produce neurotransmitters like GABA, helping you feel relaxed and sleep better. Sweet potatoes also boast a powerful combination of beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, vitamin C, and a touch of zinc, four key nutrients for radiant skin, strong hair, and sharp vision. Beta-carotene abundant in yellow sweet potatoes prevents macular degeneration and boosts eyesight, ideal for those who work long hours on computers or older adults. When it comes to heart health, people often think of salmon or olive oil, but sweet potatoes contribute significantly thanks to potassium and magnesium. These minerals balance blood pressure, prevent muscle cramps, and reduce nervous tension. Combined with fiber, they cleanse the liver, lower cholesterol, and prevent plaque buildup in blood vessels. Preliminary studies from Kansas State University even suggest that anthocyanin extracts from purple sweet potatoes may slow colon cancer cell growth due to their anti-mutagenic properties and support for programmed cell death in defective cells. And did you know the lasting satiety from sweet potatoes is a secret weapon for weight loss? Not only are they low in calories, but their stable insulin release prevents the body from craving more food to balance blood sugar, a hidden cause of belly fat. Sweet potatoes don't just nourish the body, they feed the mind too. With vitamin B6 and magnesium, they support serotonin production, a neurotransmitter that promotes happiness and emotional stability. That's why a sweet potato breakfast leaves you feeling inexplicably content. If you struggle with irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, or morning stomach aches, try steaming a sweet potato and eating it slowly on an empty stomach. In Japanese traditional medicine and Indian Ayurveda, this is a gentle way to wake the digestive system without the shock of coffee or greasy foods. In essence, a single sweet potato contains nature's blueprint for addressing 12 critical modern health issues: chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, digestive disorders, high cholesterol, blood pressure, poor vision, stress, cancer, obesity, weak immunity, dull skin, and neurological imbalances. The miracle is that it's affordable, requires no prescription, and has no side effects if you know when and how to use it. So, when's the right time, and how should you eat it to activate these compounds? We often think eating is just about filling up, but with sweet potatoes, timing and method turn this simple food into a true natural remedy. Sarah isn't exaggerating or mystifying it. Eating sweet potatoes incorrectly can still cause bloating, blood sugar spikes, or digestive issues. But understanding your body biological principles and timing changes everything. The best time to eat sweet potatoes is in the early morning when your stomach is empty and your digestive system has rested overnight, free from other foods. At this moment, your digestive system is like a clean slate, ready to absorb any wholesome nutrients you provide. Eating a steamed hot sweet potato, slowly chewing thoroughly, activates digestive enzymes, promotes gut motility, and gently cleanses without the harsh stimulation of coffee or fatty foods. You can also try cooling steamed sweet potatoes in the fridge overnight and eating them cold the next morning. Why cooling transforms some of the starch into resistant starch, as Sarah mentioned earlier, which doesn't spike blood sugar and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. This is a small trick that makes a big difference for weight loss, insulin stability, or irritable bowel issues. The ideal preparation is steaming or baking with the skin on, as the skin is rich in antioxidants and fiber. Avoid frying or mixing with butter, condensed milk, or sugar, as these negate the blood sugar stabilizing benefits and may lead to unwanted weight gain. For longer-lasting satiety and balanced energy, pair sweet potatoes with light plant-based proteins like tofu, red beans, chia seeds, or unsweetened nut milk. This combination sustains fullness, prevents insulin spikes, and provides essential amino acids for brain and muscle health. Another key point, don't eat sweet potatoes with white rice or other starches in the same meal. This increases total carbohydrate load, potentially causing drowsiness, visceral fat gain, or blood sugar imbalances. And finally, but crucially, eat sweet potatoes mindfully. What does that mean? Eat slowly, chew thoroughly, savor the gentle sweetness and warmth as it passes through your throat. Be grateful for the journey of that sweet potato from the earth to your hands without rushing. Eating mindfully triggers better enzyme secretion, smoother digestion, and more efficient nutrient absorption. This isn't spiritual fluff. It's a neurological gut mechanism backed by Harvard studies on mindful eating. If you're still skeptical, listen to this story. An 83-year-old Japanese woman from Ogi Village, northern Okinawa, walks to her garden each morning, pulls a purple sweet potato, steams it, and eats it slowly with a cup of hot tea. She takes no blood pressure medication, has no joint pain or depression, and once said, "I've eaten sweet potatoes every morning for 50 years. It's like my breath." She's not alone. In Dan Buettner's Blue Zones report, sweet potatoes are a staple for hundreds of Okinawan centenarians, eaten simply and slowly in the morning as a life ritual. Sarah believes this: if there's one lesson from longevity regions, it's to eat as an act of healing, not just to stave off hunger, but to nurture life from within. You don't need to overhaul everything at once or feel pressured. Tomorrow morning, before coffee or other foods, try steaming a sweet potato, sitting down, and eating slowly while listening to your body. You might not notice anything special the first day, but stick with it for a week or a month, and you'll find your digestion calming, sleep deepening, and mood stabilizing. One day you'll realize that this poor man's food holds the key to a light, healthy body and a peaceful mind. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, or leave a comment as a thank you to your own body. Thank you for listening.